Hello, and welcome to Passport Pages, where stories travel and travel tells a story. I'm your host, Lara King Travels, and today we find ourselves not just anywhere in France, but on the glittering curve of the Côte d'Azur, where palm trees line promenades, pastel facades bask in Mediterranean light, and the sea shimmers in shades that inspire. From sunlit cafes to old town charm, every street and coastline has a tale to tell. Welcome to Nice. Let's begin. It's not Paris's polished formality or aloofness, nor Provence's pastoral quiet. Nice has its own rhythm. A place where Italian and French influences swirl together like the sea foam on its famous pebbled shores. Where light doesn't just illuminate, it dances and seduces. As we journey together, let's slow our pace. Let's walk, sip, linger. Let's get wonderfully, deliciously lost in Nice. Picture this. Early morning. The Promenade des Anglais stretches before you like a silk ribbon laid at the edge of the sea. The air smells faintly of salt and croissant, the perfect Nice pairing. Cyclists glide past. An elderly couple sits on the iconic blue chairs, facing the water, not saying much. They don't need to. Here, the Mediterranean says enough. Nice's promenade is more than just a boulevard. It's a living theatre. Royals have strolled here. So have rebels, painters, poets. You too join that lineage now. The sea is a surreal shade of azure. Yes, that's where the Côte d'Azur gets its name. Shifting from crystal to cobalt in the morning light, the city wakes slowly, like someone stretching beneath linen sheets. You know the feeling. Now our day has begun. We slip into Vieux Nice, the old town, where the streets narrow and everything becomes richer in colour, in scent, in sound. The buildings glow in hues of ochre, coral, and gold. Shuttered windows flung open like arms mid-embrace. There's something tactile about this place. You want to run your hands along the stone walls, touch the produce at Marché Liberation. Pomegranates are like rubies, tomatoes rich with the sun. The air is perfumed with lavender, olives, and baked fig. And somewhere, always nearby, you don't have to go too far to find pan bagnat, the niçoise salad stuffed inside a round bread roll. That is both humble and sublime. This isn't just where locals live, it's where life lives. We move on, where artists see light differently. There's a reason Matisse stayed in Nice, a reason Chagall painted here. The light. It's not just brighter, it's softer, more forgiving. There's a peach gold filter over everything, turning everyday scenes, a glass of rosé, laundry swaying on a balcony, into art. Visit the Musée Matisse, nestled in the hills of Simiez. It's quiet, unassuming, much like Matisse himself, and filled with the warmth of his colour. You'll leave here, not just thinking about the art, but also the joy behind it. Then, there's the Musée Marc Chagall, a sanctuary of stained glass and spiritual reverie. His blue windows seem to echo the sea itself, vast, mythical, sacred. Art in Nice isn't hung, it's inhaled and savoured. By late afternoon, you'll want to sit, to watch, to sip, to be. Try Le Plongeoir, a restaurant impossibly perched on a rock above the sea, where you dine as if suspended over the Mediterranean. Or something simpler, a cafe in Place Garibaldi, where time slows to the temple of clinking glasses and low conversation. Order a glass of Belay wine. It's made in the hills just behind the city and hardly leaves the region. One sip tastes like Nice in summer. Bright, dry, quietly complex. If you're made of stronger stuff, try a small glass of Marc de Provence, a strong, brandy-like spirit distilled from grape pomace. Think of it as a Provençal cousin of grappa. And for those that abstain, treat yourself to ciruela, a traditional French soft drink made by adding flavoured syrup, mint, grenadine and peach to cold water, common at Niçois cafes and markets. Dinner in Nice is a slow, sensory affair, where the meal is never rushed. Bread is broken slowly, and stories are shared generously. As the sun dips behind the ochre rooftops, tables spill onto cobbled plazas, and the air fills with the scent of thyme, garlic, and sea breeze. Locals gather over crisp glasses of rosé, the clink of cutlery punctuating quiet laughter. A bowl of ratatouille arrives, warm and earthy, followed by daube niçoise, a rich beef stew simmered in red wine and olives, echoing the rustic soul of the region. Whether you're dining at a family-run bistro tucked in Vieux Nice or a cliffside terrace with sea views, each meal feels like an invitation to linger, to savour, and to fall in step with the city's easy elegance. As the sun dips, the facades of Nice catch fire. Shadows lengthen on the cobblestones. The sea turns dusky violet, and the city becomes music. You might find yourself on the rooftop bar of Hotel Amour, cocktail in hand, the air humming with soft jazz. Or perhaps tucked into a little bistro in Rue Bonaparte, where the tables are small but the flavours are bold. And if you wander back to the promenade, you'll see it's never truly still. Joggers pass, a street musician sings in French, couples wrapped in conversation and moonlight drift by like silhouettes in a classic film. Nice at night doesn't sleep, it dreams, slowly, richly. Nice isn't a checklist, it's a feeling, one that lingers long after you've left. It's in the way your skin remembers the salt, the way your eyes crave colour again, the way you suddenly find yourself moving, just a bit more slowly. You'll remember it in moments, the pebbles beneath your feet, the taste of citrus, the colour of late afternoon shadows. Nice doesn't push itself upon you, it waits. And once you let go, once you stop trying to do, and start trying to be, it unfolds, gently, beautifully. It's a city that invites you to live, not just visit. So if you come to Nice, don't come to conquer, come to surrender, to the sea, the light, the lemon trees, the lull of the Mediterranean wind. Let Nice teach you how to linger. So if you do decide to take that trip, but not sure when to travel, let's explore what awaits, depending on the season. In spring, Nice unfurls like wisteria drapes from stone balconies. Citrus trees blossom in cloistered courtyards, and the Promenade des Anglais hums with soft sea breezes and the scent of espresso. March brings the final glitter of the Carnival de Nice, a riot of confetti, papier-mâché giants, and moonlit parades along the bay. By April and May, the city exhales. Locals reclaim the markets, and jazz drifts from the terraces in the old town. Come summer, Nice pulses with coastal confidence. The sea turns a crystalline turquoise. Parasols bloom like wildflowers along Plage Beau Rivage. And the city's heartbeat rises with the Nice Jazz Festival in July, where saxophones echo between Belle Epoque facades. August glows hot and decadent, the streets shimmer, tourists sip chilled rosé, and twilight swims stretch well into the evening. Autumn arrives with a quiet glamour. September lingers in the sun-filled days, and the crowds thin, just enough to fill the soul of the city again. The vineyards in nearby Bellay begin their harvest, and the air, touched with salt and stone, carries whispers of chestnuts and figs. October and November bring cultural depth to the Nice Film Festival, gallery openings, and markets flush with Provençal olives and mountain cheeses. In winter, Nice is unexpectedly radiant. The sky remains Mediterranean blue, the sea never far from reach, and in December, the city glows with festive calm. The village de Noël in Place Masséna hosts carousels and mulled wine beneath twinkling lights, while the Baie des Anges remains a canvas of soft greys and golds. January invites peaceful walks through the Collines du Château, and by February, the city bursts once more into colour and celebration. Citrus floats at the Fête du Citron in nearby Menton, and masked dancers return for Carnival, reminding you that Nice, in any season, is always dressed for a party, just with a different shade of elegance. As we close this chapter on Nice, a city where sunlight paints every corner and time slows to a Mediterranean rhythm, I hope it leaves a soft and warm mark on your traveller's heart. Thank you for turning another page with us. Until next time, keep exploring. You've been listening to Passport Pages, brought to you by Lara King Travels and inspired by the spirit of an intrepid, warm and curious traveller. Wherever you go, may you carry curiosity in your pocket, wonder in your heart, and a story worth telling. And just a note, we've got a lineup of incredible journeys ahead, and we can't wait to share them with you. In the coming episodes, we'll sip our way through the wine bars of Porto, dive into the coastal charm of Split, and soak up the vibrant spirit of Valencia, with many more beautiful destinations along the way. So wherever you're listening from, get ready to be transported. This episode is the second on our South of France series. We will continue to explore further, so we hope you'll keep us company for the next one. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to keep the journey going. Thank you for listening. Au revoir.